Why quiet people achieve more. The power of silent focus. The strength you cannot see. There is a kind of power that makes no noise. It does not shout. It does not brag. It does not ask for attention. It simply works. In a world full of talking, posting, and proving, quiet people move differently. They move with intention. They move with patience. They move with focus. Many people think loud means strong. They believe confidence must be seen and heard. They think success begins with announcement. But real success begins in silence. Have you noticed something interesting? The tree that grows the tallest starts under the ground. For months, maybe years, no one sees it. No one claps. No one praises it. Yet it grows. Roots spread in the dark. They push through cold soil. They search for water. They become strong before the tree ever appears. Quiet people are like that. They build roots first. They build discipline. They build skill. They build habits. And they do it when no one is watching. Talking feels good. When you tell someone your plans, your brain feels happy. It feels like progress. It feels like you are already moving forward. But that feeling can be a trap. Your brain gives you a small reward for talking. It gives you excitement. It gives you pride. It gives you a quick sense of achievement. But nothing has been built yet. No habit, no skill, no result. Only words. Quiet people understand this. They protect their energy. They do not waste it on explanation. They do not waste it on performance. They use it for action. While others are speaking about what they will do, quiet people are already doing it. While others are asking for support, quiet people are training. While others are waiting for approval, quiet people are improving. This is why they achieve more. Not because they are smarter, not because they are luckier, but because they are focused. Focus is rare today. We live in a loud world. Phones ring, notifications flash, opinions appear every second. It is easy to lose direction. Every day, people compare themselves to others. They scroll through success stories. They watch highlight videos. They feel behind. They feel small. And they start talking about change instead of making change. Quiet people step away from that noise. They choose distance from distraction. They choose space for growth. Silence is not weakness. Silence is protection. When you are quiet, you hear your own thoughts clearly. You begin to understand what you really want. Not what the world wants, not what trends demand, but what your heart calls for. Clarity grows in silence. When there is less noise, there is more truth. Think about early morning, before the city wakes up, before the traffic starts, before the world begins to shout. There is peace. There is stillness. There is focus. In that quiet hour, you can do deep work. You can read. You can plan. You can practice. You can think. That is where progress begins. Quiet people love that space. They understand that greatness is built in private. They do not need applause to continue. They do not need witnesses to stay committed. Their motivation comes from within. This is a different kind of fire. External motivation is loud. It comes from praise. It comes from likes. It comes from recognition. But it fades quickly. Internal motivation is quiet. It comes from purpose. It comes from vision. It comes from self-respect. And it lasts. When you work in silence, you remove pressure. You are not performing. You are not proving. You are simply growing. Growth needs space. Growth needs patience. Growth needs repetition. Repetition is not exciting. It is not dramatic. It is not glamorous. It is simple. It is steady. It is quiet. Practice every day. Improve 1%. Correct mistakes. Try again. No one sees these moments, but they matter the most. Success is not one big moment. It is thousands of small moments done well. A quiet student studies when friends go out. A quiet athlete trains when others rest. A quiet creator writes when nobody reads yet. These are invisible victories. Invisible victories create visible success. Many people quit because nobody notices their effort. They want validation. They want signs that they are special. Quiet people understand something powerful. They know that effort itself is the reward. They know that discipline builds confidence. They know that consistency builds identity. When you show up every day, you begin to trust yourself. You become someone reliable. You become someone strong. Self-trust is built in silence. No one else can give it to you. Every time you wake up early and choose work over comfort, you grow stronger. Every time you finish a task you promised yourself, you grow deeper roots. Every time you keep going without applause, you build real power. Real power does not shout. It stands steady. Look at the ocean. On the surface, waves crash loudly. They move fast. They look dramatic. But deep below, the water is calm, strong, stable. Quiet people live in that depth. They do not chase noise. They build substance. Substance takes time. Substance takes courage. Substance takes self-control. It is easy to talk. It is easy to post. It is easy to promise. It is harder to work every day without attention. But that is where transformation happens. If you want to achieve more, begin with silence. Reduce unnecessary sharing. Reduce comparison. Reduce distraction. Protect your mornings. Protect your evenings. Protect your focus. Ask yourself a simple question. Am I talking about success, or am I building it? Be honest. You do not need to disappear from the world. You simply need to become intentional. Choose when to speak. Choose when to work. Choose when to disconnect. When you do this, your energy changes. Your days become clearer. Your goals become sharper. And slowly, quietly, you begin to move forward. You may not see huge results at first. That is normal. Remember the tree. Roots first, growth later. Stay patient, stay steady, stay silent. Your effort is not wasted. It is building something inside you. Strength, discipline, confidence. And one day, when the time is right, your results will appear. Not because you talked about them, but because you worked for them. This is the beginning of silent focus. This is the foundation of real achievement. And this is why quiet people achieve more. Part 2. The discipline of silent focus. Silent focus is not a talent. It is a practice. It is trained. It is repeated. It is protected. Many people wait for motivation. They wait to feel ready. They wait to feel inspired. But quiet achievers do not wait. They build discipline. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. It rises and falls. Discipline is a decision. It stays. When you build silent focus, you build structure. You design your day with intention. You reduce noise. You remove excuses. You stop asking, "Do I feel like it today?" You start saying, "This is what I do." That shift changes everything. Silent focus begins in the morning. How you start your day shapes your direction. If the first thing you do is check your phone, your focus is already broken. Your mind is pulled into other people's lives, other people's problems, other people's success. Before you even begin your own work, your energy is scattered. Quiet achievers protect their mornings. They wake up with purpose. They give their mind space before the world enters. This does not need to be complicated. Wake up, drink water, sit in silence for a few minutes. Write your main goal for the day. One goal, not 10, not 20, just one clear focus. When you reduce your targets, you increase your power. Focus is not about doing many things. It is about doing the right thing deeply. Deep work requires silence. It requires turning off notifications. It requires closing extra tabs. It requires saying no. Saying no is part of discipline. No to distraction. No to unnecessary meetings. No to endless scrolling. No to drama. Every no protects your yes. Your yes is your goal. Your yes is your growth. Your yes is your future. Build blocks of focused time. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. During that time, do one task only. No multitasking, no checking messages, no switching between projects. Stay, work, finish. At first, your mind will resist. It will look for escape. It will feel bored. It will want stimulation. That is normal. Your brain has been trained for noise. Now you are training it for depth. Stay with the discomfort. Stay with the task. Each time you resist distraction, you grow stronger. Each time you return to focus, you build control. Self-control is like a muscle. It grows with repetition. Silent focus also means managing your environment. Environment shapes behavior. If your desk is messy, your mind feels messy. If your phone is next to you, temptation is near. If your room is loud, your thoughts scatter. Create a space that supports your goal. Clean desk, clear plan, calm atmosphere. You do not need perfection. You need intention. Small improvements matter. Turn off notifications. Put your phone in another room. Use headphones if needed. Set a timer. Make focus easier. Make distraction harder. Habits are built through repetition, not intensity. Many people start strong. They work hard for 3 days. Then they stop. They try again next week. Then they stop again. This cycle destroys confidence. Quiet achievers choose consistency over excitement. They do a little every day, even when they are tired, even when they are not in the mood, especially when they are not in the mood, because discipline grows strongest on difficult days. If you only work when you feel good, you will always be controlled by feelings. If you work even when you feel weak, you become stronger than your feelings. That is power. Create simple daily rules. Rule 1. Do the most important task first. Rule 2. Work before entertainment. Rule 3. Finish what you start. These rules are simple, but they change your identity. You stop seeing yourself as someone who tries. You start seeing yourself as someone who executes. Identity drives behavior. When you believe, "I am disciplined," you act disciplined. When you believe, "I finish what I start," you complete tasks. Silent focus builds identity slowly. Each completed session is proof. Each small win is evidence. Each quiet effort is reinforcement. Do not look for big breakthroughs. Look for daily progress. One page written, one lesson studied, one workout completed, one habit repeated. These small actions compound. Compounding is quiet. You do not see dramatic change in one day. You see small change, but after weeks and months, the difference becomes clear. Think about learning a language. One day of practice feels small. 10 minutes seems insignificant, but 10 minutes a day for 1 year is powerful. That is silent discipline. No announcement, no celebration, just steady repetition. Your mind also needs training. Negative thoughts will appear. Doubt will whisper. Fear will question your ability. Silent focus means you do not argue loudly with these thoughts. You observe them. You return to work. Doubt says you are not good enough. You respond with action. Fear says, what if you fail? You respond with effort. Action quiets anxiety. Progress weakens fear. When you rely on action instead of emotion, your stability increases. Stability creates confidence. Confidence is not loud, it is calm. It is the quiet belief that says, I will continue. To train your mind for unstoppable progress, limit input. Too much information creates confusion. Too many opinions create hesitation. Choose a few trusted sources. Learn from them. Apply what you learn. Do not jump from method to method. Do not chase every new strategy. Master basics. Repeat fundamentals. Most success comes from simple principles done consistently. Eat well, sleep enough, move your body, protect your time, work with focus. It sounds ordinary, but ordinary actions done daily create extraordinary results. Silent focus also means reviewing your day. At night, ask yourself simple questions. What did I complete today? Where did I lose focus? What can I improve tomorrow? No judgment, no shame, only awareness. Awareness leads to adjustment. Adjustment leads to improvement. Improvement builds momentum. Momentum is powerful. Once you start moving forward consistently, stopping becomes harder. You begin to enjoy discipline. You begin to crave progress. You realize something important. Discipline is freedom. When you control your habits, you control your future. When you control your focus, you control your direction. Without discipline, distractions control you. Other people's opinions control you. Your emotions control you. Silent focus gives you back control. And control creates peace. Peace allows deeper work. Deeper work produces better results. Better results increase belief. This cycle strengthens over time. There will be setbacks. You will have slow days. You will have mistakes. That is part of the process. Silent achievers do not panic. They adjust quietly. They continue steadily. They understand that progress is not a straight line. It moves forward, then pauses, then moves again. But as long as they do not quit, they are winning. Unstoppable progress does not mean fast progress. It means consistent progress. It means showing up again tomorrow. It means protecting your focus again tomorrow. It means choosing discipline again tomorrow. Day after day, week after week, month after month. This is the discipline of silent focus. It is not dramatic, it is not flashy, it is not loud, but it is powerful. And when combined with patience, it becomes unstoppable. Part 3. When silence turns into success. There is a moment when quiet work becomes visible. It does not happen suddenly. It does not explode like fireworks. It rises slowly like the sun. At first, no one notices. Then the light touches everything. This is how silent focus turns into success. You work in private. You grow in silence. You struggle alone. You learn from mistakes. You build strength no one sees. And one day people say, you are lucky. But you know the truth. It was never luck. It was discipline. It was patience. It was quiet effort every day. Success that comes from noise fades quickly. Success that comes from silence stays strong. When you grow quietly, you build deep roots. A tree with deep roots does not fall in the storm. Your confidence grows the same way. At first, you doubt yourself. You compare yourself to others. You feel behind. You feel invisible. But you keep going. You improve a little each day. You read one more page. You practice one more hour. You try one more time. Slowly, something changes inside you. You stop needing applause. You stop needing approval. You start trusting your own effort. This is real confidence. Real confidence is quiet. It does not shout. It does not show off. It does not need to prove anything. It simply knows. It knows the hours you invested. It knows the skills you built. It knows the problems you solved. When you speak, people listen. Not because you are loud, but because your words carry weight. They feel your experience. They feel your calm. They feel your strength. This is the power of silent growth. Quiet people often observe more. They listen carefully. They notice small details. They understand emotions in the room. They think before they speak. This makes their impact stronger. When they finally share an idea, it is clear, it is thoughtful, it is powerful. Leadership is not about volume, it is about vision. It is about stability. It is about trust. A quiet leader does not control with fear. A quiet leader guides with clarity. They do not speak to impress. They speak to help. They speak to solve problems. They speak to move people forward. Think about a mountain. It does not move. It does not shout. But everyone sees it. Everyone respects it. Silent focus builds that kind of presence. You walk into a room calmly. You are not trying to dominate. You are not trying to compete. You are centered. You are steady. People feel safe around you. People trust you. Because you are not chasing attention. You are chasing growth. And growth creates power. When silence turns into success, your results begin to speak. Your skills become visible. Your projects improve. Your income grows. Your opportunities increase. People start asking for your advice. They ask how you did it. They ask what your secret is. Your secret is simple. You focused. You stayed consistent. You did not quit. While others talked about goals, you worked on them. While others complained, you practiced. While others looked for shortcuts, you improved step by step. This steady progress creates transformation. Transformation is not loud. It is gradual. It is deep. It changes your identity. You are no longer the person who doubts every move. You are no longer the person who gives up easily. You are someone who finishes what they start. You are someone who shows up daily. You are someone who believes in effort. That belief changes everything. When you believe in effort, failure becomes a lesson. Mistakes become teachers. Challenges become training. You stop fearing hard work. You welcome it, because you know hard work builds you. Confidence from silent focus is different from fake confidence. Fake confidence depends on praise. Real confidence depends on preparation. Fake confidence disappears under pressure. Real confidence grows under pressure. When a difficult moment comes, you do not panic. You breathe. You think. You act. Because you trained for this. You built strength in private. You practiced when no one watched. Now the results appear in public. This is how quiet growth becomes visible transformation. Your posture changes. You stand straighter. You look people in the eyes. You speak clearly. You do not rush your words. You are not afraid of silence in conversation. You are comfortable with pauses. You are comfortable with yourself. That comfort is powerful. Many people are afraid of being alone. They fear silence. They fill every moment with noise. But you learned to be alone. You learned to think deeply. You learned to enjoy calm moments. This makes you independent. You do not depend on constant attention. You do not depend on constant validation. You depend on your own standards. You measure progress by improvement, not by applause. This mindset changes your life, because when you stop chasing attention, you free your energy. You can use that energy to build, to create, to improve, to lead. Leadership from silence is strong. It is patient. It is thoughtful. You lead by example. You show discipline through action. You show commitment through consistency. You inspire others without trying to impress them. People see your focus. They see your results. They see your calm strength, and they feel inspired. They realize success does not require noise. It requires dedication. When silence turns into success, your life becomes aligned. Your habits support your goals. Your daily actions match your dreams. There is no gap between what you say and what you do. This alignment creates peace. You sleep better. You worry less. You trust your path. Even when progress feels slow, you continue, because you understand something important. Big results come from small actions repeated daily. One focused hour each day becomes 365 hours in a year. One page each day becomes 365 pages in a year. One small improvement each day becomes a new level in a year. Quiet growth is powerful because it compounds, it builds on itself, it multiplies. At first, change is invisible, then it becomes undeniable. People may not understand your journey. They may question your quiet nature. They may say you should be louder, but you do not need to change who you are. Your quiet focus is your advantage. It allows deep thinking. It allows creative ideas. It allows careful decisions. It allows emotional control. These qualities are rare, and rare qualities create rare results. The world is full of noise, distractions everywhere, opinions everywhere, competition everywhere. In such a world, silence is strength, focus is power, calm is an advantage. When you master silent focus, you become unstoppable. Not because you are aggressive, but because you are consistent. Not because you are loud, but because you are prepared. Not because you seek attention, but because you seek excellence. Excellence does not need noise. It shines naturally, like a diamond formed under pressure, like a river that carves stone slowly, like the sunrise that returns every morning. Your success becomes steady, predictable, reliable. You build a reputation. People know you as someone who delivers, someone who finishes, someone who improves. This reputation opens doors. Opportunities appear. Trust increases. Influence grows. And it all started with silence. It all started with focus. It all started with small actions repeated every day. When you look back, you see the journey clearly. You see the early mornings. You see the lonely evenings. You see the moments of doubt. You see the small wins. You see the steady climb, and you smile, because you understand the truth. quiet people achieve more. Not because they are special, but because they protect their focus. They value depth over attention. They value growth over applause. They value discipline over excitement. You can choose this path. You can choose silent focus. You can choose steady growth. You can choose deep confidence. Start small. Protect your time. Limit distractions. Build habits. Stay consistent. Trust the process. Let your work speak. Let your results show. Let your silence build strength. And one day, your transformation will be visible to everyone. Not as loud noise, but as undeniable proof. Proof that quiet effort creates powerful results. Proof that focus beats distraction. Proof that discipline beats talent without effort. Proof that silence can shape a life. In the end, success is not about who talks the most. It is about who grows the most. And growth happens in silence.
If this video inspired you or helped you learn something new, please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Motivation to Study English for 30 minutes every day. Your support is the energy that keeps us creating better and more meaningful videos every single day.